So, hello and welcome to Elevate Classes, and we'll continue with our theme of digital electronics. In the previous videos, we have been studying all about logic gates and how Boolean algebra and logic gates combine and how you can use them to simplify expressions, so on and so forth. Today, we are going to look at a particular topic where, if you remember, in a previous video we had said that NAND and NOR are universal gates, है ना? हमने कहा था कि NAND and NOR जो होते हैं ये दोनों को universal gates कहा जाता है. These two are called universal gates because you can design any circuit in the entire world, any digital circuit, by using NAND alone. Only by using NAND you can design a circuit. Similarly, only by using NOR gate alone you can design any digital circuit. So today what we are going to do is we are going to take all the different kinds of logic gates, right? We have AND, OR, NOT, NAND, NOR, XOR, XNOR. We want to make them using NAND gates, only NAND gates, and using only NOT gates, and that too only 2 input NAND gates or only 2 input NOR gates. Okay, so we are going to design all the logic gates, different logic gates, using NAND and NOR. That is the main aim of our video today, of this lesson. So let's try and do this. So what I'm going to do is first we'll do everything using NAND, then we'll try and do everything using NOR. Okay. Now I have already drawn a couple of things on the screen, as you can see right now. Okay, I think you can see a couple of gates. Let's start with the first simplest logic gate, which is a NOT gate. We know how a NOT gate looks like. This is how a NOT gate looks like, and we want to design this using a NAND gate, only by using a NAND gate. So if you take a NAND gate and if you connect both its inputs together, you get a NOT gate. Now you'll say, how can this be possible? Let's check whether that happens. So let's say I have an input A over here. So this input goes here, this input goes here, right? This is a NAND gate. What is the output of a NAND gate? You take the product of both and then take the complement, correct? What is A dot A? That is A, but there is a complement on top, so this is A bar. So now we see here that we have used one NAND gate to design a NOT gate. Okay, how many NAND gates were required? We needed one NAND gate to design a NOT gate. Now let's see if we can design an AND gate. To design an AND gate, what we simply do is we will use one NAND gate. So what we'll get is, let's say this input is A, this input is B. What will be the output over here? The output at this point should be A dot B complement, correct? That is the definition of a NAND gate, right? So we will have A dot B complement. Now we know that whenever you take a NAND gate and you make its inputs common, it will behave as a NOT gate. So what will be the output over here? Here it will simply become A dot B. Why? This complement will be further acted upon by a complement operator. So आपने complement के आगे एक और NOT gate लगा दिया है. So this will become A dot B. Right? So this is how you can make an AND gate using a NAND gate. Now let's see if you can design an OR gate. So in order to design an OR gate, we'll have to do some kind of modifications and take the help of De Morgan's theorems. Let's see how we can do that, right? So I have an input over here. Let's say I call this input as A, and I have an input over here which is called B, correct? So this will become A bar and this will become B bar. Why? A NAND gate which both inputs shorted is nothing but a NOT gate. So this is A bar, this is B bar. There's another NAND gate over here. So what's the output over here? Output will become A bar dot B bar complement, correct? A bar dot B bar complement. Now what can we do? We can use De Morgan's law over here. So if we use De Morgan's law, the dot will become a plus and the complement operator on top is broken. Operator on top, which is joined, is broken. So now how can I write this? I can simply write this as, this is A plus B. And that is what your OR gate है ना? OR gate से हमको output यही तो मिलता है, A plus B. So this is how you can make an OR gate. Right? Now before I go to the next gate, that is NOR and NAND, I want to do the same with a NOR gate. I told you NOR gates भी universal है ना, NAND gates भी universal है, NOR gates भी universal है. So let's try using NOR gates. So if you see for a NOR gate, अगर आप NOR gate पे ध्यान दो तो, if I want to make a NOT gate using a NOR gate, same procedure with NAND. What do? We take the two inputs and we short them. How is that possible? Let's check. let's say the input was A. So this will become A, this will become A, correct? What will be the output of a NOR gate? You take the sum and you take the complement, right? What is A plus A? A plus A is nothing but A, and there's a complement on top, so you'll get A bar. That's the end of it. So just like a NAND gate with two inputs shorted behaves as a NOT gate, similarly a NOR gate with two inputs shorted will also behave as a NOT gate, will also behave as an inverter or a NOT gate. Now let's look at the OR gate. Before AND, I want to design the OR gate using a NOR gate. So designing an OR gate is fairly straightforward. You take an OR gate, you take a NOR gate. So the output over here will be A plus B complement, but I only want A plus B, I don't want the complement. So use an inverter and this will become A plus B. That's it, because there will be double complement. If you want, here also I can put, there are two complements, that's why this becomes A dot B. Here also there will be two complements, so this will become A plus B. Okay, now how can I make an AND gate using an OR gate? This kind of an arrangement. Let's check. There is an input A, there's another input B. This becomes A bar and this becomes B bar, right? This is A bar, this is B bar. There's a NOR gate in front, so let's use that. A bar plus B bar whole complement. Let's use De Morgan's law. Plus will become dot, this will become A double bar, this will become B double bar, and the double bars cancel out, so it will become A dot B, which is nothing but an AND gate. By the way, if there's any doubt in how we are simplifying this, and if you're not very sure of how De Morgan's theorems work, please feel free to go back and watch our video. Okay, you can just go back and check our video on De Morgan's theorem and you'll get an idea. Okay, now why have I done these two things side by side? First of all, it doesn't look very neat and tidy, right? I could have just used one page for NAND and then the next page for for NOR, but there's a very specific reason. So there is a very famous or a common question in a lot of competitive exams as to how many minimum two input NAND gates are required to design different logic gates. Listen carefully, I'm repeating the question. How many two input NOR gates or NAND gates are required to design a particular logic gate? You'll find this question many times in GATE exam, in TIFR exams, in JEST exams or JAM exams. So that is why I'm trying to write this in such a way that you'll be able to see and remember this. So let's just look at a couple of things. We have only discussed three gates, right? NOT gate is same for both NAND and NOR. Using NAND also you just have to short circuit the inputs, and using NOR also you have to short the inputs. So you need one NAND gate and one NOR gate to use a NOT gate, to design a NOT gate. Okay, now look at the AND gate. How many logic gates are required? Two NAND gates are required to design an AND gate. And look at a OR gate. Two NOR gates are required to design a OR gate. Now let's come to the OR one. Three NAND gates are required to design a OR gate, and three NOR gates are required to design a AND gate. Now what am I trying to say is, I'm trying to show you the similarity. See, these two are same. NOT gate can be designed similarly. When it comes to AND and OR, you'll see that this shapes get swapped, right? It's like match the following, right? Something like this. This shape is same, these two shapes are same. So you have a similar shape. So if you remember the shape for NAND, using NAND gates, you'll be able to do it using NOR gates immediately in the exam. So you won't take any time. That's why I have done this side by side. So see, two gates over here, two gates over here, three gates over here, three gates over here. This is very useful in competitive exams. This will be extremely useful in competitive exams. However, coming back to our original topic, and we have to now go on to design NOR gates using NAND gates. Okay, we are back to our original topic, and what I'm going to do is, I'm going to design a NOR gate using a NAND gate. So let's try and do a NOR gate using a NAND gate. See, just now I had designed an OR gate. As you see on your screen right now, we had designed an OR gate using a NAND gate. I just have to put a bar on top of this, right? NOR का output क्या होता है? A plus B complement. What is the output of a NOR gate? A plus B complement. So can I take the same circuit which is drawn in this third circuit that on your screens, right? This third circuit on your screens, I draw the same circuit and I put an inverter over here. Let's check what will happen. This will be A, this will be B, this will be A bar, this will be B bar, this will become A bar, dot b bar complement. As we just now proved this, I can write this directly as, this can be written as a plus b, and now there's a NOT gate here again, so this will become, final complement will become a plus b complement. That's my NOR gate. Okay, so very simple, you just take the OR and you add one more complement to it. Fifth one, how do you design a NAND gate? How do you design a NAND gate using a NAND gate? But obvious, there's no designing. You just take the same NAND gate and keep it as it is, right? So again, I want to draw to your attention, how many gates were required? One NAND gate is required to design a NAND gate, which is very obvious, and 4 NOR gates. 4 NOR gates are needed to design a 4 NAND gates are needed to design a NOR gate. Okay, very important from your competitive exams point of view. Now let's look the same in the NOR gate. See, NOR gates, again, if you want a NOR gate, you just have to write a NOR gate. So this is 1. But if you want to design a NAND gate using a NOR, this is the same shape as this one. This is the same shape as this one, and you will need 4 gates. Let's check if this is true. Let's just check quickly if this is true. So this is your input A, this is your input B, correct? This becomes A bar, this becomes B bar. Right, now what will the next part be? This will become A bar plus B bar whole complement, correct? A bar plus B bar whole complement. Now what can I do with this? I can use De Morgan's, right? I can just use De Morgan's, and I'll have this as A dot, this plus will change into a dot, and this will become A double bar dot B double bar. So final answer will be A dot B. Final answer will be A dot B. Right, but I want a NAND gate, so I use a NOT gate in front, and my final output becomes A dot B complement. My final output becomes A dot B complement, right? So this is how you can remember the shapes again. I'm trying to emphasize the shapes. Why? Because there's a lot of memorization that you need in competitive exams, right? So I'm trying to reduce the amount that you memorize. If you can remember the shapes, these things are almost the opposite. NAND and NOR are very much opposite for these 2 gates. Okay, now have we finished with all the gates? No, there's one gate remaining, or there is one type of gate remaining, that is the special gate or the arithmetic gates, right? What is the XOR and the XNOR gates? Let's check if we can do the same for XOR and XNOR. So now what I'm going to do is, let's start with the XOR gate first. Let me first start with the XOR gate. Now this is slightly difficult to do on your own, that's why I've already drawn the circuit. We'll work through the circuit and see if it works. Okay, हम क्या करेंगे, मैंने सर्किट तो ड्रॉ करके दे दिया आपको रेडीमेड, अब इसको चेक करते कि इससे हम एक्चुअल में XOR गेट बना पा रहे हैं या नहीं. Are we able to design an XOR gate, or are we not able to design an XOR gate? So let's check the circuit that is on your screen right now. Let's just check. Let's call this input as A, let's call this input as B. So this input goes here, this becomes A, this becomes B. Same input goes here, this is A and this is B. There's a NAND gate over here. यहाँ NAND gate है, तो यहाँ इसका output क्या आ जाएगा? The output will be A dot B complement, right? The output will be A dot B complement. So what is this new output? This is A dot B complement, and this is also A dot B complement. A dot B complement, right? Now, what will happen to this NOT gate? What will happen to this NAND gate rather? There's another NAND gate, right? Again, use the NAND property. What is the NAND property? You just multiply both A dot B complement and put a bar on top of them, right? A dot B complement and a bar on top of them. Can we try and solve this? Yes. Let's use De Morgan's to solve it, right? So this dot will change to plus, and this A will become A bar, and this will become A dot B double complement. A dot B double complement, right? So I can write this as A bar plus A dot B, A bar plus A dot B. And by using the distributive law, if you remember the law, you can directly write this as, this will simplify to A bar plus B. This will simplify to A bar plus B. If you want, you can also, if you have a doubt, you can either watch the previous video on how we used logic theorems, or we could also do it this way. I can also add one step just for anyone who is not understood. What will this become? This will become 1 dot anything is anything. So your answer will be A bar plus B. Your answer will be A bar plus B. Something similar is happening here. Let's use the NAND again. So I'll have B dot A dot B complement and a whole complement on top of it. Let's try and simplify this. This will become B bar plus A dot B double complement, correct? So this will become B bar plus A dot B, and now if you use the distributive law, this will become B bar plus A. This will become B bar plus A. So now the two inputs that we have, I'll use the different color. So let me use this color. This input has become A bar plus B, and this input has become A plus B bar, or B bar plus A. Now let's find the final output. The final output will be A bar plus B dot B bar plus A whole complement, sorry, B bar plus A whole complement, है ना? यही हमारा आउटपुट होना चाहिए. Now if we try and solve this, what will we get? So first, don't use the complement, don't use De Morgan's. First let us just simplify the brackets. So use the distributive property. So this will become A bar, this is equal to A bar dot B bar plus A bar dot A plus B dot B bar plus B dot A. Correct? This is the whole simplification of this bracket. I have done nothing to the complement operator. Okay, complement operator I have kept as it is. I am only taking care of the remaining part, only things that are inside under the complement operator rather. So this should be my output. This should be my final output. I have still not used the complement operator. Let me further simplify what is under the complement. See, this A dot A bar will become 0 and B dot B bar will become 0. Oh, I have written this as this bar has to be shortened. So this is B bar dot B or B dot B bar, right? This is B dot B bar. So these two terms become 0. So finally what can I write? I can write A bar dot B bar plus A dot B whole complement. A dot B whole complement, right? This is how I can write everything. Now, if you notice carefully, this thing inside the under the complement can be written as XNOR, right? I can write this as A XNOR B complement. And what is A XNOR B complement? If you remember, please go back and watch the previous video. We had proved this to be A XOR B, right? We have proved this to be A XOR B. So what is the final output? The final output is A XOR B. The final output is A XOR B. So you see, if you are good at Boolean algebra, you'll be able to solve and find out how we solve this. You'll be able to see how we exactly solve this. Now, can we do the same for XNOR? Very simple. You already have an XOR gate. All you need is a complement operator in front of it. Are you getting the point? We have an XOR gate. XOR पहले से तैयार है. उसके आगे एक complement लगा दो, and there you will have your answer. So see, what I have done is, one sec, let me check if you can see both the diagrams. Yes, I think you can see both the diagrams. So if you are able to see both the diagrams, almost this part is same for both, right? Okay, let me highlight it a bit so that this becomes even more clear. If you notice, this is nothing but an XOR gate. This part is nothing but XOR gate. Sorry. This is an XOR gate. So what I have done is, I can write this as, this was A, this was B. The output at this point is nothing but A XOR B. A XOR B, right? That is the output here, A XOR B. Now what I can do is, I have just used another NAND gate, right? So this is nothing but, this will behave as a NOT gate. So what will be my final output? My final output, Y is equal to A XOR B complement, which is nothing but A XNOR B. This should become A XNOR B. That is my output. A XNOR B will be my output. So I hope you've understood how we design all these using NAND gates. Now, do you remember previously there was this kind of inverse relation? What was happening for AND was happening for OR when it comes to NAND and NOR. What was happening for NAND happens for NOR. So something similar will happen. Something similar will happen over here. See, you remember this shape for XOR? If we follow the same shape for XNOR, and replace the gates with a NOR gate, you will get a XNOR gate. You will get an XNOR gate using NOR gates. Let me very quickly go through this. What will we get? Let's check. If this is A, this will become A, this will become A. And if this is B, this becomes B and this becomes B. Correct? So what is this input here? This output here rather? This is A plus B complement. A plus B complement. So this will also become A plus B complement, and this will also become A plus B complement. Correct? Now let's go through the first NOR gate. We will have A plus B whole complement and a whole complement on top of everything. correct? Can we try and solve this using De Morgan's? Let's try it. This will become A bar dot, and this will become A plus B double complement. Now I'm not writing the double complement. By now I'm sure that you know that double complements will cancel out. Now if you open the bracket, first will become A bar dot A, which will become 0, so no point in adding that, and second term will become A bar dot B. A bar dot B. Similarly, this output over here will become B bar dot A. B bar dot A. So now see, one of our outputs is A bar dot B and another output is B bar dot A. These two will become inputs for this NOR gate. Now let's solve this NOR gate. So what will I have? A bar dot B plus B bar dot A whole complement, correct? Now again, instead of using De Morgan's law first let us solve this bracket. First let's solve this bracket. Can we solve this bracket? If you see, if I just write it this way, I take away the brackets and I write it this way, A bar plus B plus AB bar whole complement. I have basically not solved anything. I have just rewritten it so that you can see a form. What is this inside the bracket? Sorry, what is this under the complement operator? This is nothing but XOR. This is nothing but XOR. So I can write this as A XOR B complement. So if what is the complement of XOR? It is nothing but XNOR. A XNOR B is the final answer. A XNOR B will be the final answer, right? So this is how you can make an XNOR gate. And then how can you make an XOR gate? Using NOR gates, very simple. Use the same circuit and just add a NOT operator to it. This part will be my XNOR. This much part is XNOR. This is XNOR. So what is the output over here? If I write the output at this point, it should be A. If this input was A, this input was B, I will get A XNOR B complement. Okay, sorry, only XNOR, no complement. And then I use another NOT gate. What is my final output? My final output will be A XNOR B complement. This complement is nothing but A XOR B. So again, if you notice carefully, how many NAND gates were required to make an XOR gate? 4 NAND gates. And how many NAND gates were required to design an XNOR gate? 5 NAND gates. Now see what happens with NOR. How many NAND gates, NOR gates are required to make an XOR gate? 5. And how many NOR gates are required to make an XNOR gate? 4. So if you see carefully, there is this kind of a symmetry. So it's very good for you to remember these values as to how many 2-input NAND gates are required to design a particular logic gate. You will be able to solve a number of previous year questions from some competitive exams. And sometimes these questions are also asked in your university exams. So this was all about universal gates, how we can use NAND and NOR to configure different logic gates, right? So I hope you understood everything in the video. Again, as usual, if there are any comments, any suggestions, please feel free to write it in the comments, and stay tuned for the next video where we'll continue with our study of digital electronics. Thank you for watching.